Hello hikers and nature lovers, this is Blue Jacket. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Today we're gonna start here at the train station in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Before we hit the trail, let me take you on tour around town. Let's get started. There is no another town of this size that would have such a great influence on the course of our nation's history like Harpers Ferry. Manufacturing, transportation, abolitionist movement, civil war, education, natural beauty, those and many more events were held in this remarkable piece of land that Thomas Jefferson described as the scene worth a voyage across the Atlantic. The town took its name from Robert Harper, who in 1761 established and maintained a ferry across the Potomac River. 35 years later, the place was chosen as the location for a second National Armory and Arsenal, producing muskets, rifles, and pistols. In 1859, on the verge of civil war, the Federal Armory was raided by abolitionist John Brown and his group of 22 men in the attempt of arming the local slaves, starting a revolt across the South and ending slavery. The plan failed. John Brown was captured, tried, and executed. The destruction of civil war had devastating effect on Harper's Ferry economy, forcing many residents to flee forever. Union and Confederate troops moved frequently through the area. The town changed hands 8 times between 1861 and 1865. In modern days, Harpers Ferry played a unique role in hiking society as a home of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy Headquarters and Visitor Center, known as the psychological halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. We're gonna start our today's hike here at the confluence of Shenandoah River and Potomac River, at the spot simply called the Point. For the short distance over that footbridge, we're gonna join the path with the Appalachian Trail. Happy trails! This is Chesapeake and Ohio Canal. You may know from my previous video. Washington DC is this direction about 61 miles, and the Appalachian Trail is heading this way too, but our trail is heading this direction. This is the trailhead of our hike. During the first Confederate Maryland's campaign in Civil War, Harpers Ferry was occupied between September 12 and September 15, 1862 by the forces under the General Stonewall Jackson. The trail we are taking today, Maryland's High Trail, with the extension of Stone Fort Loop, is gonna bring us to the historical places that played the major role of that battle. The trail is pretty steep. I better shift a lower gear and try to save my breath. We are about 300 feet above the Potomac River, and this is the first Union fortification on the Maryland Heights, called Naval Battery. This is Maryland Heights, majestic Potomac River. That hill in further distance, that's Bolivar Heights, that also play important role in that 1862 siege. That's Harpers Ferry, Shenandoah River, confluence of both rivers, and Loudoun Heights in Virginia, that was occupied by Confederates during that September 1862 siege. This is another fortification site. There's not much left here, but this was the 100-pound battery fortification. With this high spot position here, the Union soldiers controlled the valley underneath and also the Loudoun Heights on the other side of the Potomac River. The 1st Massachusetts Heavy Artillery unit was holding this 100-pounder battery here. This is the highest point of the Maryland Heights, a stone fortification built by the Union Army in the winter of 1862-1863, called Stone Fort. It's around noon right now. I'm just gonna grab a light snack. I made some ham and cheese sandwiches this morning and hot tea. With this beautiful view over the Potomac River. Those grounds were the site of the Union soldiers' campgrounds between 1862 and 1865. You can still see some signs of encampments, but most of it is already gone. In the peacetime, Mother Nature took this site back. Climbing those hills was a daily quest of the Union soldiers during the Civil War, hauling artillery, water and food supplies. But they also experienced these beautiful views which we can now enjoy in the peace times. The Stone Fort Loop is connecting back to the Maryland Heights Trail here. We have about 1.5 miles back to the train station in Harpers Ferry. Back on the CO Canal towpath, Maryland Heights. I was standing up there about 3 hours ago, and now we just gonna cross this foot/rail bridge back to Harpers Ferry. That's all for today, folks. Subscribe if you like my video, and I will see you next time for another adventure. Happy trails!